Are back, y'all. Oh my god. Oh my god. We back. More of the Hitchhikers Guide to the Galaxy. Okay, I didn't forget what part we're on, so I didn't really name it. I'll name it afterwards, but it's Hitchhiker's Guide. We're gonna throw Oreo Jr. back here into deep space so we can get started.
Oh.
Do you remember where we left off, Scott?
Yeah. It was gonna have to wait 7.5 million years, and then finish the story of the mice.
Yeah, yeah. And then remember we were going to Bart's office so we can finish the story of like what's going on with these damn mice. So let's figure it out, shall we?
All right.
Bart's study was a total mess, like the results of an explosion in a public library. Okay, period. That's the way my stuff looked too. So I don't feel no kind of way. The old man frowned as they stepped in. Terribly unfortunate, he said. A diode blew in one of the life support computers. When we tried to revive our cleaning staff, we discovered they had been unalive for nearly 30,000 years. Girl, what? Y'all ain't got no like employee health benefits or nothing. Y'all just gonna let them people go out there like that? Ugh. Who's going to clear away the bodies? And then y'all just treat them like any old thing. Lord Jesus. That's what I want to know. Look, why don't you sit yourself down over there and let me plug you in? No, absolutely. You don't get to plug me in, sir, because look at how you treated the last people you plugged in. That was Morse code for help. He gestured Arthur towards a chair, which looked as if it had been made out of the rib cage of a Stenogosaurus. It was made out of the rib cage of a Stenogosaurus, explained the old man as he. Girl, how you know what kind of dinosaur it was made out of? That's crazy. As he potted about fish bits of wire out or from under tottering piles of paper and drawing instruments. Here, he said, hold these. I wouldn't hold nothing in that thing. It could be it could be a body, it could be anything, child. And passed a couple of striped wire ends to Arthur. I wouldn't touch that, sir. The instant he took a hold of him, a bird flew straight through him. See? He was suspended in midair and totally invisible to himself. Beneath him was a pretty three-line city square, and all around it, as far as the eye could see, were white concrete buildings of airy, spacious design, but somewhat the worse for wear. Many were cracked and stained with rain. Today, however, the sun was shining. Okay, that's positive. A fresh breeze danced lightly through the trees, and the odd sensation that all the buildings were quietly humming was probably caused by the fact that the square and all the streets around it were thronged with cheerful, excited people. Wait, are we on Earth? Where are we? And why the hell aren't we talking about why the mice were experimenting on people? Are we going to get to that story? Mm. Somewhere a band was playing, brightly colored flags were fluttering in the breeze, and the spirit of carnival was in the air. Are they on a cruise ship or what, honey? Arthur felt extraordinarily lonely, stuck up in the air above it all without so much as a body to his name. Okay. But before he had time to reflect on this, a voice rang out across the square and called for everyone's attention. A man standing on a brightly dressed dais before the building, which clearly dominated the square, was addressing the crowd over a tannoy. "O people who wait in the shadow of the deep thought," he cried, "honor descendants of Valdorf and Madge, the greatest and most truly interesting pundits of the universe has ever known. The time of waiting is over." Okay, girl, we're about to get the answer.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Okay, put some kind of emoji in the comment section if you excited too. It don't matter which one you put in there. Just put it in there. Wild cheers broke out among the crowd. Flags, streamers, and wolf whistles sailed through the air. The narrower streets look rather like centipedes rolling over their backs and frantically waving their legs in the air. Okay, that's a way to describe it. 7.5 million years our race has waited for this great and hopeful enlightening day, cried the cheerleader. The day of the answer. Period.
Right.
Period. I'm waiting. You know what? If someone ever gives me the lottery, like the winning lottery numbers, that's how I'm gonna look.
Okay.
Like an upside down centipede. Hoorays burst from the ecstatic crowd. Never again, cried the man. Never again will we wake up in the morning and think, who am I? What is my purpose in life? Does it really, cosmically speaking, matter if I don't get up and go to work? I mean, do it matter?
Probably not. Depends on what your job is, I guess.
If you're the pilot of a plane that's flying, it probably is worse than if I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like everybody's job is important, but let's keep going. For today, we will finally learn once and for all the plain and simple answer to all these nagging little problems of life, the universe, and everything. Yes, honey. As the crowd erupted once again, Arthur found himself gliding through the air and down towards one of the large stately windows on the first floor of the building behind the Diaz, from which the speaker was addressing the crowd. Okay, are the mics back there? Can we get can we get that answer? We don't need the answer, we need that answer. He experienced a moment's panic as he sailed straight towards the window, which passed through a second. And so later, he found that he had gone right through a solid glass without apparently touching it. He a ghost. We need the Ghostbusters. No one in the room remarked on his peculiar arrival, which is hardly surprising as he wasn't there. He began to realize that the whole experience was merely a recorded projection which knocked 6-track 70 millimeters into a crooked hat. Okay. The room was much as Bart had described it. In 7.5 million years, it had been well looked after and cleaned regularly every century or so. The ultra mahogany desk was worn at the edges, the carpet a little faded now. After 7.5 million years, sir, there's carpet still. My auntie had a shag carpet from the 70s, and it looked like hell by the early 2000s. Just saying. But the little computer terminal sat in sparkling glory on the desk's leather top, as brightly as it has been constructed yesterday. Two severely dressed men sat respectfully before the terminal and waited. The time is nearly upon us, said one, and Arthur was surprised to see a word suddenly materialize in thin air just by the man's neck. The word was Loon Qual, girl, Loon Qual, LOONQUAWL, whatever the hell that means, okay? However that's pronounced, that's what it said, okay. And it flashed a couple of times and then disappeared again. Before Arthur was able to assimilate this, the other man spoke, and the word PHOUG or CHG appeared by his neck. Girl, we just got some made up stuff going on here. 75,000 generations ago, our ancestors set this program in motion, the second man said. And in all that time, we will be the first to hear the computer speak. Okay, gets to talking, honey, so we can figure out what the hell this answer is, child. An awesome prospect, Poochie. I'm calling Poochie.
Okay.
Poochie, agreed the first man, and Arthur suddenly realized he was watching a recording with subtitles. We are the ones who will hear, said Poochie, because that's his name now.
All right, Poochie.
The answer to the great question of life. The universe, said Lunatic. That's going to be the other one's name, because y'all not going to give me names that ain't really pronounceable. And everything, shh, said Lunatic with a slight gesture. I think Deep Thought is preparing to speak. Scott, shh. Oreo Jr. Shh. He in deep space. There was a moment's expectant pause while panels slowly came to life on the front of the console. Lights flashed on and off experimentally and settled down into a business-like pattern. A soft, low hum came from the communication channel. You ready, Scott? Y'all ready out there? Good morning, said Deep Thought at last. Good morning, oh Deep Thought, said Lunatic nervously. Do you have, that is, an answer for you? Interrupted Deep Thought majestically. Yes, I have.
Right.
The men shivered with expectancy. Ooh, Scott, did you? Yeah. Their waiting had not been in vain. There really is one, said Poochie. There really is one, confirmed Deep Thought. To everything? To the question of life, the universe, and everything? Yes. Both of the men had been trained for this moment. Their lives had been a preparation for it. They had been selected at birth as those who would witness the answer. So they ain't lived that damn long for the 7.5 million years. They ain't lived. Dang, that's messed up. But even so, they found themselves gasping and screaming like excited children. Hell, me too. Are you ready to give it to us? Urged Lunatic. I am. Now, said Deep Thought. They both licked their dry lips. Uh-oh. Did you see? I can't really lick it. I have makeup on. Though I don't think, added Deep Thought, that you're going to like it. Oh no. Oh God. Doesn't matter, said Poochie. We must know it now. Now, inquired Deep Thought. Yes, now. All right, said the computer and settled into silence again. The two men fidgeted. The tension was unbearable. There's nothing like anticipation. You're really not going to like it, observed Deep Thought. Tell us. All right, said Deep Thought. The answer to the question, yes, of life, the universe, and everything, said Deep Thought. Yes, is, said Deep Thought and paused. Yes, is, yes. 42, said Deep Thought, with an infinite majesty and calm.
Okay.
42, baby.
42.
42 is the answer. And that's from Deep Thought. She been only thinking about it. He or she or they or whatever has been thinking about it for 7.5 million years, and that's the answer. You know it's right.
Okay.
It was a long time before anyone spoke. We're gonna go to the next chapter because they are shooketh, honey. Their hair is blowed back, honey.
Right.
Yeah. Eyelashes, eyebrows, all of it just blown back. They just like, girl, we waited for that long for that to be the answer. Yep. Okay. It was a long time before anyone spoke. Out of the corner of his eye, Poochie could see a sea of tension, expectant faces down in the square outside. Look, Deep Thought told you wasn't gonna like the answer, so get over it. Move on. We're going to get lynched, aren't we? He whispered. It was a tough assignment, said Deep Thought mildly. 42, yelled Lunatic. Is that all you got to show for 7.5 million years of work? I checked it very thoroughly, said the computer, and that quite definitely is the answer. I think the problem, to be quite honest with you, is that you've never actually known what the question is. Mm-hmm. But it was the great question, the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. How Lunatic. Oh, this man is in agony. They probably spent up all their money. It's probably like gambling. You know how you like put all your chips in one thing and then it don't hit that number? Yeah, I feel like that's what they felt like. Put an emoji face in there. What you think they felt like in the comment section. Anyway, yes, said Deep Thought with an air of one who suffers fools gladly. But what actually is it? A slow, stupefied silence creeped over the men as they stared at the computer and then at each other. Well, it's just everything. Everything, offered Poochie weakly. Exactly, said Deep Thought. So once you do know what the question actually is, you'll know what the answer means. Oh, terrific, mumbled Poochie, flinging aside his notebook and wiping away a tiny tear. Yeah, that man put everything on it, baby, and he lost everything that he put on it. It happens like that. Hey, you know what they say? Big risk, big reward. Period. You got to take that 42, sir. Look, all right, said Lunatic. Can you just please tell us the answer? The ultimate question. Yes. Of life, the universe, and everything. Yes. Deep Thought pondered for a moment. Tricky, he said. But you can do it, cried Lunatic. Deep Thought pondered this for another long moment. Finally, no, he said firmly. You know that's a complete sentence, right? The men collapsed into their chairs in despair. But I'll tell you who can, said Deep Thought. They both looked up sharply. Who? Tell us. They desperate, baby. This is what happened when you lose all your money gambling. On a computer that took 7.5 million years to tell you 42 is the answer. Suddenly, Arthur began to fear his apparently non-existent scalp began to crawl as he found himself moving slowly but forward towards the console. But it was only a dramatic zoom on the part of whoever had made the recording, he assumed. I speak of none but the computer that is to come after me, intoned Deep Thought, his voice regaining its accustomed declaratory tones. A computer whose merest operation parameters I am not worthy to calculate. Then how the hell you calculating it? And yet I will design it for you. A computer that can calculate the question to the ultimate answer. A computer of such infinite and subtle complexity that organic life itself shall form part of its operational matrix. And you yourself shall take on a new forms and go down into the computer to navigate its 10 million year program. Okay, we got a long ass program coming up, another long ass program. Yes, I shall design this computer for you, and I shall name it also unto you, and it shall be called, are you ready for it, Scott?
I'm ready.
The Earth. Poochie gaped at Deep Thought. Girl, he gagging. Poochie gagging. What a dull name, he said. And the great incision appeared down the length of his body. Lunatic, too, suddenly sustained horrific gashes from nowhere. The computer console botched and cracked. The walls flickered and crumbled, and the room crashed upward into the ceiling. Bart was standing in front of Arthur holding two wires. In the tape, he explained. Because that was a tape. That was a projection tape. Yeah, that's the story.
All right.
Deep Thought had to think for 7.5 million years and didn't come up with the right answer. So Deep Thought said, just create a planet with a whole bunch of people and that'll tell you the answer.
Okay.
Period. It's called the Earth. What you got? Okay, guys. Y'all know how we like to end this thing, baby. We end it with you. What did you guys learn from those 2 chapters? Put it in the comment section. Scott, what did you learn from the 2 chapters?
Can't trust a computer to give you the answer you're looking for.
The computer ain't got nothing but time, baby. Okay, it's like I'll just run out your time and everybody's time, period. I'll still be here. Huh? What? Yeah. What I learned from this is sometimes mystery is a good thing. Sometimes you just gotta allow the mystery to kind of happen. I feel like these people are running around chasing their tails, pun, no pun intended, spinning their wheels on something that probably doesn't need to be answered. I think the answer that they're looking for is just to live life the way they want to. That is the answer to life. But nonetheless, they'll figure it out. They'll just keep wasting their money and their time trying to figure out something that they just have to go through to figure out. So that's what I got.
All right.
Well, I hate to do it, but we got to end it. Plus, I'm sure you guys want to get out to y'all Friday and go have some fun, honey. Whatever that fun may look like. So we're going to end it here because we don't want to hold you guys up too much longer. So as always, we hope you guys enjoy hanging out with us. We definitely enjoy having you guys here with us. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Check out some of the other lives. We got shorts, we got videos, we got some entertainment for you, honey, if this is your thing. But with that, we're gonna bid you guys adieu. We'll be back, of course, tomorrow for our super scary sleepover, and we'll do some more of this. I like this. Scott ready to get this. Scott want to hear the end. Hopefully you guys do too. So anyway, with that, we're going to bid you guys adieu. So from wherever we are in the galaxy, the universe, wherever, baby, to wherever you guys are, peace, love, happiness, and we will see you guys later. Skinny Marinky Dinky Dink. Bye, y'all.
Bye.